Okay, I want to try to download all this information into your brain as quick as possible. So let's start out with accounts, campaigns, and how to import campaigns into the program. Let's start out with this account dropdown first. The idea of creating this was to say, when you open up the program, you first choose what account you want to work in. You don't have to create a new account. You could always work in the default account, or you can create a new one if you have multiple accounts that you think you need. So you come here, you click this drop down. By default, in the past, this program did not have any accounts selected. So you would open it up, no accounts would be selected, everything would be blank. And that threw a lot of users off because they would say, I worked on my campaigns a week ago, I opened it up today, now where'd they go? And it's just not a good user intuitive experience by having this here, but it is here and that is just how it is. So we take this, we just select our account, and then once we select the account, the campaigns will populate in this tree over here on the left. Now, I want to show you how to create a new account. If you want to, we would just either select it from here, or we could just create a new one. So we could say campaign test, and then we'll give it, sorry, that was an account name. So we're giving a new account named test, campaign name test. So notice that our first campaign went away. This thing actually went to blank, so it didn't actually select test. And then there's this default here. So notice the campaign is switching between accounts. The campaign tree basically updates or changes depending on which accounts you have. So hopefully that should be clear. Let's go ahead and delete this test account now. You click Manage Accounts. This is where you can delete accounts. So let's just click Delete. Are you sure? Yes. Now it's gone. We could go back into the default, and here we are again, right back at square one. Now, we could create a new campaign within this default account. I'll call it YouTube, hit OK. Now we have a campaign within our default account here. Now, what if I go and I try to exit the program? It let me there. So that's one situation where I created a campaign and it let me exit the program without prompting me to save. Now, why did I show you that? Because basically I wanted you to know that there are certain situations where you might exit and it doesn't ask you to save. So that's what this save button is for. You don't really need to click save all the time. And theoretically, everything should just save based on the last thing you did. It should just be updated all the time, right? But again, let's say we tried to create an ad, even though we don't have any ad groups. Let's just say new ad, blah, 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 generate ads. There's nothing to generate. But now we've made a change, right? And we click X. Now it says, do you want to save? So that's in most cases when you make a change and you try to leave without saving, it'll ask you to save. That's the takeaway there. Let's go ahead and delete this ad here, not like it matters. Now we have this campaign here. How do we delete this campaign? We click delete. Yes, now it's gone. We're back at square one again. Now I'll show you how to import campaigns from Google Ads Editor. So let's open up Google Ads Editor. We have this campaign here. It's got 146 ad groups and quite a few ads, 606. Now you don't have to just import one campaign, you can import multiple, but I'm not going to show that in this video. The concept is the same. So let's first import it. Let's export this from this to a file first. So we export it, we'll call it this. Then we go into PPC campaign generator, and this is an import campaign feature. So you can import it from a file or from pasting text. We will say from file. Click that. This is kind of a preview. You don't have to do anything on this screen. Click next. The campaigns, like the headers here, you'll see your options. These are the headers that this program cares about. And you won't have to actually define them because that would be a pain, right? So ad group is already selected. If it's purple, it's selected. So you don't really have to do anything. See, keyword, criterion type. So we're just going to hit next. And hopefully this should import 146 ad groups, 1 campaign, and 2,809 keywords. Let's see if that's how many keywords are here. 2,809. So it did work. 606 ads. Finish. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, it's imported. It's done. Here it is. There it is. So why would you want to import your campaigns from Google Ads to this program? You might, there's several reasons. You might want to just have the structure of it and use the ad group names to generate new ads. That's one reason. You might want to generate different keywords. There's a lot of different reasons, but as you won't know that right now if you're just getting started, but as you use it more, your creativity will come out, and you can say, oh, you know what? I'm trying to do something, trying to generate campaigns. I need to create new ads, for example. How can I do it quickly? This is how you could do it quickly, because remember, these are all variables you can use within your ads. As long as you name them correctly, and even if you don't name them correctly, just go to the Groups tab, give them some custom variables here, and use those custom variables in your ads. Okay, so anyways, that's how you can import, but let's say we don't, let's say we're going to delete this campaign, hit yes, and let's this time paste text. So let's open up our downloads folder. I'm going to open up this file here, and you saw that the real columns that matter are campaign, ad group, keyword, criterion type, max, CPC, and then we go into the ad features. So headline 1, headline 2, headline 3, description line 1, line 2, paths, and so on. But really, we could just copy all this. So I'm in Excel, I select it all, I hit Control C, I go back here, I say import by pasting text. And this is the same idea. We should get the exact same import. 146 ad groups, 2,809, and yeah, we do. So that's it. That's how you import your campaigns. That's how you import it from a file, from pasting text. This is how you manage your accounts. And then the last thing I'll mention is I never use this exit button, but it's here. And then we've already kind of showed the about. The most important part here is this is where your database lives. If you ever have any problems with your database, like maybe a special character in your ad is causing the program not to run at all, then you might want to just make note of that. It's in your app data, local, and then delete the database. Unfortunately, it's an encoding issue. It has happened, but it's pretty rare, but it does happen. But that's how you could delete it. If you delete your database and then you start the program again, it'll create a new one and you won't have that corruption going on. So anyways, that's a pretty important thing to know there. And then lastly, you can choose your theme. I don't want to change, oh crap. I just changed my theme. I was going to say I don't want to change my theme because I can't remember. Now I have to find the theme again. But anyways, keep your theme, probably the default if you like it. Now I have to figure out how to fix my theme. Anyways, that should cover it for accounts, campaigns, managing them and importing things. Last thing, I don't think I mentioned this, the clean up campaign. This feature is there because you might have duplicate keywords within the same group with the same match type, or you might have ad groups with the same name. If that ever happens, click this clean up campaign. That will go through, dedupe it, and merge those duplicates. So it'll make sure that there's only one instance of it, not multiple instances of the same thing, okay? And I think that covers it. So let's go on to the next video. we're going to learn about the Research tab.